Hello, I'm Otto and welcome to episode 7 of my Factorio 2.0 guide. Ooh, yes, lots of belts. Okay, so we need to get some belts. We're going to start disposing of the yellow ones. We're just going to insert those into that machine and this one. We're going to grab a chest and leave these nearby. We should be able to just dispose of these. And the splitters are gone and the underground belts are gone. Okay, so we need some undergrounds and some splitters. We're gonna need a lot of miners coming up, so we'll bump this to 150. We are gonna need many more. I don't know if we'll end up getting to that, but we're gonna need some power poles. Let's just grab some of those. What else do we need? This should be 2 lanes of gears. Oh, these are facing the wrong direction. Okay, whew. That could have been bad. Ammo. That's full. Perfect. So we can get rid of all of our yellow ammo. We're going to need these for some biters coming up very soon. We will need some grenades, so I'll just take 100 of each. And yeah, so yeah, in the last episode we set up the stacking, or the smelting stackers, and set up the bus. So the goals for this episode, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to go tap this stone. We're gonna need a bunch of landfill. So let's drag some power over, maybe through here? Yes, so that will connect to our main power, which is doing good. And grenades, boom. And we will drag this one over here. And this is going to be purely dedicated for landfill, which we should have researched. Yes, okay, we do have landfill. Okay, so we're going to set these up. And everything coming out of this is, like I said, purely dedicated to landfill. Let's get some belts. Oops, cannot reach that. Oh, wait. Sorry, we need power poles first. Okay. There, and there, and there. Sweet. So now we can set up an assembler to just start collecting. Whoops, wrong way again. Go me. And set this to landfill. We need that in a box. And there we go. We have automated landfill. So the next thing we're going to do is we need to head over to the iron in the bottom right hand corner. We are going to tap that, and we're going to hook up all 4 of these iron. We need to drag this power through. So I'm just going to start at the top. Actually, watch this. So we're going to start here. I'm going to get rid of the car so that I can replace the car. We're going to aim the car south. And I'm going to hop in the car, and we're just going to go. This will make it keep a straight line for us. I should have zoomed out before I did this. Don't run into anything important, please. I do not know how far south we... that was probably it there. Alright. This is probably a decent place to put a radar. What do you mean there's no power? Alright, let's get some power. I don't think I will need to connect this too far. Like I could probably just set it up there. What if we do it here? So we'll connect. Let's just do like that. And this will secure the connection. And good to go. So that'll make sure that when we get the iron smelting in the lower section, a lot of this will be ready to go. I guess before we go down, we can prep this. Okay, so in this episode we've already tapped the, those were in the wrong direction. They all transfer. Okay, they're all in the wrong direction. Whatever, that's not a big deal. So let me actually, I'm going to explain this real quick. So this is a lane balancer, and the purpose of this lane balancer is it's going to take everything from this belt and split it, right? So half goes up here, half goes down here. Now, if you remember these undergrounds, they will block one side. The way that this is set up, it's going to block the lower half and allow the upper half to go through. So that's, you know, as this splits, it doesn't really matter. It will funnel, it will block the lower section and funnel the top half into this belt on the lower section of this belt. The other half will go into here, and instead of blocking the bottom half with this one, it'll block the top half and allow just the bottom half to go through, and it will end up on the lower section of this belt. So now we have lower section of this belt, lower section of this belt, and they will kind of merge together. The lower belt on this section will stay, and the lower belt on this section will merge into the upper section of this belt, causing a lane balancer. Yeah, so that's how that works. Okay, so let's get this, let's get this filled in. So we need to tap the iron to the south and the copper to the southwest. The copper to the southwest does have a lot of biter nests around it, so we will need to do some biter clearing in this episode. We will get, I don't know, at least one, but hopefully we can get around to getting, I think there's 5 down there. Let me check the map after this. Yeah, so we definitely need to get rid of this one. This one can probably wait, and these 3, we should probably get those. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. So a lot of this, even though we're hooking, or we're making the connections, we are getting the ore that will supply this in the lower and in the southeast. This will not activate until probably the end of next episode, because we're gonna need to get a line of coal down here as well. So we need to tap this. These will come up for our main lines here. We will expand on these, and so for instance, the copper here will be completely solely dedicated to this line here, and this will be probably our starting line. The other copper will wrap up here, so we need to get it over the stone patch here, and we will either drag it through here and just, you know, forget the miners in this area, or we will drag it under and come up through here. I think through here is going to end up being better. There is a city block that we need to leave room for here for the near future, so okay, get in the car. We are going to head to the iron. Hold on, before I get too far, we need to clear out some of these trees. Oh right, we are not at the one-shot stage of the game yet for trees. So this is going, let's just guide this down. So this is going to end up here. That's just so we can see it. That is kind of a waste of grenades, but it is what it is. Reed trees. Okay. So whenever I am setting up a large miner like this, one of the things that I like to do is I like to try to maximize the amount of lanes that come out of it. And the way that we're going to manage that is we're going to start at the top set. So our lanes will be in this direction, and so our miners will be like this. So I kind of like to start, let's just start like here. Maybe like here. Because if I could squeeze some in, like say here, then this will help us out in the long run. But let's see how this lines up. So we're gonna alternate these, whoops, so that they line up in the position that they would be if. Oh, so this is perfect. So the outside edge of this will capture all of the mines here. All right. So we would line these up in a way that they would be if we were placing them. So let's just fill this in, and then we're gonna be good to go. We just need to get full coverage. To a degree, like you don't, like whenever I look at the ends, I want to make sure that it has at least 2,000 in it. Otherwise, it's probably just gonna go away shortly. So that one has two. You can see in the lower right-hand corner, 2,400. If it had less than 2,000, then it's probably not going to last very long. The only maybe weird exceptions that I would have to that is if there was like a small little nub of a single tile of ore out here, and the farthest one out couldn't reach it. Usually when that happens, like there's usually enough to meet my 2,000 requirement, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so 8,000, that's good. All right, so once we get these set up, so like this says 1,000. I would not place this unless we absolutely needed to for full coverage. So I'm gonna get the power set up next. That's how we do this. We're gonna get the power in the farthest stacks back. And for the ones that end up out in the front, I just like to offset those so we can leave room for the belts that come in. All right, so all of the power poles will just line up from here. And start there. And that one can stay there. We did not. We didn't get the power. We didn't drag the power over. Right, that's okay. We can do that shortly after. This one is going to line up here. So after the iron, we are going to head down to the copper. And I think we're gonna kill, we might clear some biters before we do the copper. But we need to make a trail. That can cover. That is not going to cover this one, so this one's going to need one there. Okay, that should be enough to activate all of those. Yep. So when we are placing these belts, usually a mining section like this, we can usually get somewhere between, let's say, 4 and like the bigger ones. We can get like 4 to 8 lanes. And this is where a balancer is going to come into play. So we need a balancer to make sure that all of the materials, or at least most of them, are coming out somewhat evenly. So what do we have here? We have we have 5 coming out. We're going to use our balancer book, and we're going to go to 5 times, or 5 by, and we're going to have 5 and 4. So we need 4 lanes to come in because we have 4 belts to feed. We're just going to place that out here somewhere, and we're going to hit Alt-U, or this one here, Alt-U for the upgrade planner, and we're going to right-click these because we are not using blue belts yet. And then we just need to connect all these together. Me personally, I like to have them, I like to have them all like snug. It just usually looks nicer like that. And that one being straight was an accident, but hey, we like that. You also want to be careful placing these because sometimes it looks like if I were to just place this one here, it would be in the wrong direction. So a lot of times just pipette, just to be on the safe side. I bet will always aim you in the right direction. Okay, so that is that. So we're going to copy the tail end of this, and we're going to use remote view and just zip these through. We also know that we need to come up to at least here. That was an accident. And there we go. This is where we are going to connect. Like that. So now we just need to fill it in. Okay, so this is episode 7. So hopefully, as long as we can get everything that we have planned, we will be getting stuff off the bus, or sorry, using the smelting that we are now creating, and getting things onto and off of the bus. In episode 9, we will be creating green circuits. Nice large green circuit build. So episode 9 should be, like I said, green circuits. That will be the first large-scale build that we have for something that's not smelting. 350 belts, so this might just be enough. We will definitely need more. Get these connected. So episode 9 should be green belts. Episode 10, oh, we need to connect the power too. Episode 10 will be the shopping mall. Come on, line up. Oh no, the lights are in the way. We'll just control shift and make sure that those get placed, because that needs power. There we go. So now it just needs coal. We will do the coal connection in the next episode, but for now I can at least get some of these undergrounds placed. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Yes, we will finish this off. Oof, almost enough. Produce 10,000 electronic circuits. Very nice. Let's see. So we just need the important ones, the ones that actually connect the line to allow us to bring coal through. So we're going to be tapping coal here in the next episode and have that running down here. This will also serve as a backup for this, so at some point we will connect this over to this. Especially when we upgrade the stacks up here to red belts, which is going to happen when we expand the power. Next episode we're also going to grab this iron, drag that into the steel builds, and then we will put some miners down for this for the stone brick. We will need stone brick for military science, which we will start hand feeding at the end of the next episode. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so what do we need? No, come back. So what do we need? We need some more undergrounds, and that's not going to be enough for us, but control right click to get half of that. Is there anything that I can do to make this get more, get gears faster? I don't think so. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this, and we're gonna change this to a fast inserter. Maybe that'll help out a little bit. What if I did the same thing here? Let's back this one up. And now the supplier there. You know what? Let's just upgrade all of these. That's better. I mean, that's kind of close. That really eats the supply, though. That's fine. As long as we're consuming enough, we are good. And how's our smelting going? This isn't quite a full belt. Because this one's a little dicey at best. Let's add some miners here. Those all have power. So I'm gonna weirdly split and then remerge these. And merge that back together. Okay, so that'll just slightly help out with the deficiencies that we have from these. Since we are now missing a lot more miners from outages. That'll help a little bit. I don't know how much, but hopefully that's enough. Okay, so moving along, we need to get to the southern section. So we're 22 minutes into this. Let's get the car. Car's always facing the wrong direction, which is great. I also need that. I also know that we need to, at some point, let's just do that now. We need to clear a path south. Gotta remember that we need 2 grenades, not 1. So we will drag the copper belts, let's say up through here. Just clear a path to make sure that we can do that. We will also need to bring in power at some point. Speaking of power, did this not activate? We did not connect these power lines. Okay, that's fine. We will go back at some point soon. Not a big deal. Ow. Boys and girls, it is not a good idea to blow up grenades in your own face. Alright, so we will need this area clear. Our belts will come up through here. And we need some room for balancers. So many grenades. It is so much nicer when we get the upgrade, which we will start in the next episode because we're going to be hand bombing some, or hand bombing. We're going to be hand feeding some. Now we should grab the. Oh, while we're here, we'll just take care of these biters. We could probably use quite a bit more of these. I just handcraft these until we absolutely need more. Oh no, I did not update this. Now, watch how fast this just kind of like melts through this. With the red ammo and some of the upgrades we've had. Nope, don't stand in garbage. They just, oh, annihilated. That is awesome. Okay, so we just need to repair these. Don't stand in the acidic, the acid. We have one. There it is. Whoops. I had my phone set to silent. Why did it do that? Okay, so we're gonna need to get some landfill. Get in the car and head back. So our belt, our copper blah. Our copper belts will run up through here. So actually here, let's just ghost in where that will be so we can see if there's anything else we need to clear. Ah, did it before it covered that back up. And then this will come up. I guess this can come through here. Yeah, so we will need to clear out all of these trees. That'll actually line up perfectly, so we'll just run it right through that. Eventually. Maybe not right now, but once we're ready. Oh, I hit a rock. Nice. So let's see. How much landfill do we have? That's probably not enough. Because for the copper, we are also going to need to make it kind of straight. Like, we need a straight section across here. So let's get the car out of the way. Ooh, fish. Fish heal you, so it's nice to have some of those in your inventory. Although if you had the DLC, the space expand, wow, English is hard. The Space Age DLC. Do we actually have enough? Oh, that is awesome. And we have one left. Oh boy. But what we don't have is enough miners. The fish spoil if you have the DLC, but in the base version they do not. So the fish, where did they go? The fish will just kind of stay. We can put them down there, but I'm not too concerned. You do heal over time, so that's... Alright, get rid of some of these trees, because we know our belts are coming through here at some point. Alright, so we need miners. Let's see if we can weave through... Oh, that's tight. Miners. 150, that's plenty. Is there anything else we need? We have power poles. How are the belts doing? That should be enough to get our copper going. Whoops. I guess since we're over here, we might as well connect the stone. Wow, the iron ore. Like, I cannot get my items straight. What is up with that? And this one. It's awkward doing this in the car. And the miners are a go. I love just seeing them all kind of slowly fill out. Especially when you have, if you like do mega basing and you just have these massive stacks, it's great to watch. Alright, let's kill this biter nest down here. We should probably kill all 5 of the biter nests before we end the episode. We're at 28 minutes in. We're gonna go just a little bit longer on this one. If I can get around to the biter nest. It looks like there's an opening over here. And I never come in with the biter nest to the south. That's because of the action bars here. So let's just creep in. Yes, good job, red ammo. Bad worms, bad. Die. Alright, so we're gonna heal those up. Oh, look at all the ammo that I dropped. Oh my. That's probably the worst that I've ever seen. Actually, I want to... Oh my goodness. How many is that? 18? What? I've never... It's probably because of how far apart they were. Alright, let's see if there's any more. Is that it? There's one more somewhere. Down here. Okay, so the 2 biters to the south are taken care of. Let's get the car and go to the copper. Did we grab miners? We did. Do we have undergrounds? Yes, we have medium power poles. Okay, perfect. Alright, so let's do the same thing that we just did with the iron. Oof. Maybe we'll do some funky stuff with this one, but let's just play this out. Nope. I'm gonna copy these so that we can get through this a little faster. And yeah, sure, why not? Alright, let's just assume that's gonna work. And fill all of this in. I know this episode is a little bit more boring. That's okay. Every now and then we will have episodes like this, and that's just kind of part of Factorio 2, right? Like, you're just gonna have some episodes, or you're gonna have some play sessions that are, you know, just tasking. Like, this is just tasking. And then other episodes where you're like, I gotta be on the ball and paying attention, and that's just all part of the game. So let's see, after this, I believe that's largely, oh no, we got to take care of the biters to the west side. Those are pretty dense in the middle, so that's fine. 5k is fine. 121 is not, or 129 is not. Oof, I probably should have started here. We'll just do this one and run it in like this, and then have these come across here, just so that we can capture all of that. Let's make sure that we're getting at least, oh wow, it is dense along that water. Okay, so that is not enough. This is enough. That's enough. Almost done. Can we fit one there? Yes. Here. The last landfill. Oh boy. I can't believe we just had enough. 3k, that's fine. 6k, 1.8. We're aiming for 2. And 550 is a no. Alright, so now we just need power. So like usual, we're gonna start at our farthest point, which is this one here, and start there and work our way this way. And we are almost done with this. That can be offset. Yeah, why not? Don't want to waste the undergrounds if we don't have to. Did we drag power down here? We did not. Let's get the blueprint out and just make sure that we can get city blocks in here, because we're gonna need to, looks like, connect the power here, and then we will ride this line up. That is a line for, oh, and we're gonna need some more big power poles. I wonder if I can handcraft any, sticks. We'll make a couple. Where were we? We have power there. We need power here. And we're gonna need to chain some back here as well. Not really, just the one. That'll be fine. Did something not line up right? Like, why did these... Why did I set that? Oh my gosh, every single one of these is set back or set forward one because I accidentally started this one in the wrong spot. Okay, we're not fixing it. We're just gonna compensate and put the power down where we need. So we'll just do like this. Those connect, yes. This connects. So that should be everything. One out here in the front. These are connected. Everything's connected in the middle. That one's connected over there. Okay, that should be fine. Alright, belts. This is small enough. We're just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna connect that into this line here. We're not gonna worry about an extra line coming out of that. This one, fine. It can be its own. No. No. Oh boy, how are we gonna set that up? My power. Jeez. Kind of a waste, but we need that going into a full belt. We're losing it. Alright, let's get back on track. We need to slam these down. We're 36 minutes into this, so we need to kill some biters before the end of the episode. And we need to probably pull the power back. So let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6. So let's get a 6 by 4. We're gonna go with this one. We're not gonna go through. Just the small one is fine. So Alt U, right click to downgrade them, just like we did with the iron, and line these up all nice and neat. Go to the top section next. All right. Really? All because of a tiny little mishap? Alright, and get these in. And like I said, it's usually better just use the whatchamacallit? Pipette tool, but that's okay. We're just gonna line these up real quick. There. And now we need to connect them here. So this is gonna be the farthest belt on the outside, and then these will just go here. We need to get power. We can do that as we move up. Grenades. Oh no, 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 no. Of course I complain about it and then proceed to throw another grenade right on top of it. Go me. Alright, moving along. How are our belts? 511. This is not going to be enough to get us back home, but that's okay. We know that we're going to get more belts. And I don't know how, we should have at least, I'm hoping another 500 banked up, which still won't get us all the way there, but that's, you know what, it is what it is. So we're just going to take these as far as we can, make sure to bring the power up with us, and we're going to go kill some biters. After we kill the biters, we will head back to grab some belts and end the episode. So 64, and that's that. Alright, so let's get the power. We're gonna drag this up. We're gonna go get some. We're gonna go get some big power poles and see what kind of. Just grab that extra landfill. No, no, no. It can stay there. We don't need. We don't need any more than that. Weave through here. Okay. 600. All right, that's pretty awesome. We need. We're gonna need more miners for the next episode. What did I say we needed? Big power poles. Sweet. Okay, let's head down and clear out some biters. Maybe see if we can get the copper closer. What are we, 40 minutes in? Yeah, I got like, let's say 5 minutes. Definitely need the biters cleared out because once this copper gets rolling, they are going to be absorbing pollution like crazy. Oh, don't get too close. Run into a tree before we get too close. Yeah, look at that. It's already spreading pretty fast. Okay. Alright, so set a little defense line and creep in. A lot of times you just kind of put them here, but you know what? Let's just get in there with the worms. Man, I love the red ammo. And then as you start upgrading with military science, oh, these things just get annihilated. They will get stronger over time. But yeah. Okay, there's one there. Alt D. We've got one, and it's under here. And these we should just be able to see. Like, that's another reason for turning the decoratives off. Like, I do prefer to play with the decoratives, but... Nice little defense line. Maybe creep up a little bit more. And then get in there before the worms destroy. Alright, start repairing. We'll just let the turrets finish the rest. See how easy that is? Now, I know I make it look easy. Honestly, it's not that easy. So if you are struggling with that, like, don't worry. That is not as easy as it looks, because you're kind of having to move in many different directions and think different ways. So, you know, that takes a bit of practice. Looks like we have 4 worms. Alright, so we know what to do. Set up a defensive line. 5 is usually fine. And the straighter the line, the better, because it just, you know, it's easier for your mouse movements. I don't know, I managed to hit Alt at some point. So let's get in there. So the worms, another thing to know about the worms is they kind of they predict your movement. So if you just keep running in the same direction, you're gonna get hit. They lead the target, basically. So if you kind of like zigzag, it just really confuses them. As a matter of fact, one of the best ways to dodge the worm spit is literally just to do like a strafing. And there is one in here somewhere around there. There it is. All right, copper belts. We are 44 minutes in, so let's just, like I said, set up these. Oop, look at that. One didn't get power. Need all of these to get power. Is that everybody? All right, that is good to go. Yeah, so let's continue on this copper, and then we will call it from there. And we got 4 out of the 5 biter nests that we kind of want to kill soon. Where did we leave off? Right here. The copper is faster than we are. 116. And 37. Alright, so that's gonna be about it there. Alright. Looks like we're gonna need another 300 or so to get us to the finish line. Okay, so that is where we're going to end this episode. In the next episode, we are... Okay. You know what? In the next episode, we are going to tap the coal to the north. Sorry, bud. We're gonna do the coal to the north. We are going to run that into the smelting stack, and we are also going to get the iron that's over there and the stone that's here in front of the base. So we're gonna save some of this iron because the iron that's left over in this patch will be the iron. Okay, we can't see it. The iron that ends up in over here next to the steel. We're just gonna run a line probably through somewhere in the middle here, and that will be our copper or our our iron ore. All right, so that's gonna be the end of this episode, and thanks for watching.